Reason that we talk about this, by the way, I know a lot of black people see this and they go, man, why are you always talking about black people, this and that? Because there just needs to be some shame here. Well, there's a few reasons. First, white people are every single bit justified in being racist. Every single bit justified, to the extent that that means going out of your way to avoid black people when you see them. Every bit justified. And you want to know why? Because we see what happens. And nobody is under any obligation due to liberal ideology to put themselves in harm's way.
I mean, I can't say I agree with that. You feel what I'm saying? Because, I mean, just keeping it real, there is certain places I avoid because black people are going to be there. But there's also certain places I avoid because white people are going to be there. I don't go to sundown towns when the sun is down.
That's absolutely right.
You get what I'm saying? So I can see,
right.
like, both perspectives. If you think you're not going to be safe somewhere, don't go there. It's like, even like sometimes if I might want to go out and I'll be like, something might pop off, I'm not going there. It's like when you're younger, you might put yourself in danger. But now as I get older, I have a rule. If I need to go somewhere with a gun, I probably don't need to be there.
Yo, better judgment.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
It's crazy you just said about the whole, as you was a young boy, because I remember I used to go to Sally's, right? And to my aunt's crib was just past the hood.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So at that point, I had to go almost every day walking past, and I'm not going to lie, I ended up bringing a little blade, you know what I'm saying, with me for the journey.
Yeah, we all did.
You know, but I knew what I was putting myself at as far as the danger, type of danger. You know what I mean? So with that type of mindset, you just gotta move differently.
Yeah.
It makes you move differently depending on the type of geographic that you're in. I mean, that's just real shit.
If I need a weapon to go,
Hey,
I probably don't need to be going.
absolutely, but listen, that's like almost like Red Riding Hood.
Yeah.
You know, she got to make it to grandma's. I had to make it to auntie's house.
I know I'm walking through the trenches.
Yeah, you feel me?
Due to liberal ideology to put themselves in harm's way. If you're a white person and you're going to work or going to the ball game or going to the city at night, you don't want to enter into the terror dome where you're suddenly in a sudden death match. You're like in the gulag in Call of Duty fighting for your life all of a sudden because you got on the wrong train car. Because a car full of black people pulled up on you by the bus stop. You turn and you walk the other way. You avoid their neighborhoods. You avoid going out on Memorial Day or Labor Day weekend at night in certain places. When you see them, you start walking in the other direction. And we are every bit justified because we see what's going on and we don't want to die.
I'm gonna say, I ain't gonna lie. If I see a bunch of black hooded niggas walking to the side, I'm turning the other way too.
And that's why I'm sitting here listening to him, and I'm down there laughing like, yo, this is not a black and white thing. This is an everyone thing.
It got nothing to do with that shit.
Everybody's avoiding the poverty, gang-stricken areas.
Yes.
And that's what it is. Nobody, even though black people don't go to them areas.
I would do the same thing. Shit.
So he's acting like this is only white people that avoid this. Nah, black people avoid that type of stuff too.
Absolutely, man.
Unless I don't have a choice and I'm living in that area, you feel what I'm saying? Because times is hard, I don't got no money, life is hard on me, I just need to be here.
Yeah.
And I'm living here. But other than that, if I'm not living there, there's no reason to be around that.
Absolutely, man.
Every bit justified because we see what's going on and we don't want to die. It's that simple. That's pattern recognition. That's not racism.
Absolutely.
That's pattern recognition.
Facts.
That's one. And two, I really hope, because I'm rooting for black people, like I'm rooting for humanity. I'm rooting for everybody to be safe and to be healthy and to be happy. I really hope that somewhere out there, although I'm not optimistic, black people are starting to develop some sense of self-awareness. Where's the shame? Aren't you people ashamed? When I see these clips of the graduation ceremonies where they're twerking on stage and dancing, when I see these videos of the black cheerleaders on the basketball court brawling it out, when I see the Carmelo Anthony, and not only that, but then they raise $500,000 for him and then they get a public defender. When I see that video of a black security guard rifling through the pockets of an unconscious white guy that got his ass kicked, And the list goes on and on and on. You have to ask the black people that are normally so proud, and with the chip on their shoulder, aren't you ashamed? Are you not ashamed when you see these things?
I mean, of course, we ashamed like any race would be if anybody from their race is making them look bad. You feel what I'm saying?
Agreed.
But we just know it's not the whole. It's just that sector. Even to add on what he was saying, they had videos where these girls was twerking in daycares, little young girl to the Sexy Red. What was the song? Whatever the song was.
Yeah.
But it's like you feel ashamed for that, but we just know it all come down to like parenting and how you was raised.
Absolutely.
Everybody wasn't raised well. Everybody wasn't raised with love. Everybody wasn't raised with two family households. Some people had one parent, mostly the mom, who had 2 or 3 jobs, so she couldn't be there. So the streets raised them. Mm-hmm. So we know it's reasons why people don't end up in these situations. Isn't like everyone's like that because everyone's not coming from that situation. There's a lot of people coming from 2-parent households, or like almost like with the Cosby's coming up, where they got it like 2 parents that's positive on the same thing. But if unfortunately for a lot of us, it's not like that because most of the males is locked up. And then you got stepdads who's not looking out for their kids. You got the moms with all the drugs that's going on right now, who's not worrying about the kids. So it's like nobody's looking out for the kids. And then it would make it even worse. You got the kids having kids. Yes. You feel what I'm saying? Grandma's not grandmas no more. You feel what I'm saying? It's like people are turning grandmas in their 30s.
Absolutely. Like
our grandma was in their 60s. Now you a grandma in your 30s. You still living life, so you still want to be out in the club. So it's a bunch of different things that's just going on in the culture. But we know it's just stuff that's going on in the culture. It's not the culture as a whole.
Absolutely, man. Well said. Well said. I mean, at the end of the day, he's trying to categorize everybody a whole 100% when it's definitely down to percentages.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can't just come out here and say all black people don't care. All black people don't want to work or lazy. You know, 'cause that's a stereotype that I hear a lot. You know, but that's not the case. I'm a hardworking man. I know you're a hardworking man. You know what I mean? We come here, even with this, when I leave out of here, I got another job. You know what I mean? You do whatever else you do on the side. And then it doesn't stop. The grind don't stop. Everybody, black, white, purple, yellow, it don't matter. Everybody's out here to accomplish a goal, accomplish a dream, you know, and just because we don't have the same type of aspect or certain knowledge that one person might have doesn't make us less than. You know what I mean? And like you said about the babies having babies, you know, at the end of the day, that's what it comes down to.
Facts.
They're sitting there trying to still live their best life while trying to raise somebody, and then they get caught up in their own stuff and forget about raising, and now you got your own little man or whatever, little girl raising themselves. You know, and then what do you think they're gonna lead to? Media, social media.
Facts. And it's like that's why like we started this channel and we're going down the way that we're going down because of the stereotypes. It's like people only know what they know. It's like now you get to know 2 black brothers that's none of these stereotypes. Absolutely. And these stereotypes you got on black people, it doesn't fit us. You feel what I'm saying? Like especially like me, I have custody of my kids. One of the stereotypes is black people don't take care of their kids. All my kids in the house right now with me, so that stereotype doesn't fit. So I mean, it's like they only see what they see. He only seen these type of situation, and that's why this channel is important, so we can give people a chance to see something else. It's not everyone. It's just some of us. Like in every race, they got the good apples and they got the bad apples.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Are there any black people that see this and have the slightest lick of self-awareness, of common sense, of decency to say, are you not ashamed to see these scenes play out over and over again? Where's the accountability? And this is where that word fatigue comes in. We're just tired of seeing it. You see these clips, and you know every race of person, maybe except for most blacks, white, Chinese, Indian, Hispanic, and even liberals see these clips, and they say, are you surprised? They shake their heads. They say, yep. Usual suspects. They say, yep, that's about right.
You got a point.
I mean, he does got a point, but it goes on both sides. Man. It's like when you hear about a mass shooting.
You took the words out. I was going to say the same thing.
We already know it was a white person.
I was going to say the same thing.
And we say the same thing. Usual suspects.
Or a bomber.
Yes. But I don't look at every white person as a mass shooter.
Yes.
I just look at it for that person for what it is.
Yes.
So it's not fair for me to do that to you, and it's not for you to do that to me.
Absolutely.
But we know that it do exist.
Absolutely. You took the word. Oh my goodness! I was waiting for you to get done talking. I was going to say the same thing. You know, at the end of the day, that's exactly how I feel, brother. There's nothing else that you can say about that situation. I mean, you hit it right on the head. At the end of the day, I just don't understand some of the points that he's trying to make when he's coming from where he's coming from.
I mean, he just like going on the stereotypes that we all know stereotypes, like mass shooting white people is a stereotype.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like he could pick on black stereotypes,
but he can't sit on the other end of the spectrum.
Yeah, I mean that's not what he's gonna do. But you know what I'm saying? That's why it's people in channels like this that could point it out. Like it goes on both sides.
Nah, that's a good point.
It's okay if you point it out, but we're gonna point out the other stuff too. We're gonna make it an even story. You know what I'm saying? We're not he's just gonna glaze on the stuff that he's talking about, but we're gonna talk about both sides of it because we're black. We're actually going through it, and we know how we feel about when we see this stuff. When we see the stuff he's talking about, we don't like it.
No, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? But it's nothing that we could do about it.
But it's a judgmental free zone.
Yeah, judge free zone.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's how I view things, and I'm not saying everybody should take that stance.
Yeah.
But I would expect him to understand that there's two sides to the coin.
But it comes back down to on how you was raised.
Absolutely.
Facts.
Are you not ashamed? And when are black people going to turn that around? I'm so sick of, and I think all of society is sick of, hearing about all these excuses. And even the conservative blacks will give them, like Jason Whitlock is a perfect example. When I gave a similar monologue about Austin Metcalf and Carmelo Anthony, Jason Whitlock, who's a black conservative at the Blaze, said that this is a demonic sentiment. He said the problem is a lack of Christianity or something or other. The problem is a lack of accountability. And I think a lot of black people hide behind these various things, whether it's the liberals that say it's slavery and racism, or it's the conservatives, and they blame it on welfare, hip hop, or the Great Society. It starts with you. It starts with every individual black person making choices, like we all do. Who's raising these fucking people?
I mean, it's good, like, you go point all this stuff out, but, like...
It's both sides.
Not even both sides, but you're talking to people that actually, like, know what's going on. Like, if you're speaking to an audience, so he's trying to speak that don't know what's going on, like, you can't say redlining is not a real thing. You can't say having a race can't read or write for 400 years is not a real thing.
Good point.
You can't say black people can't get business loans and immigrants can come over here and get business loans and say it's not a real thing.
I agree.
You can't say the schools that we have are trash. You know what I'm saying? You can't say that even when, I don't know if you know this, when HBCUs was first started,
right?
It was 3 things that was told they couldn't teach. They was told they couldn't teach finances. That's why finances never taught to us. They was told that we could never teach about war. That's why in no college they teach about war and how it goes on because they don't want to know that. And the third thing that we wasn't allowed to learn about was how to pick a mate and how to raise our child. That's why none of this stuff was taught in schools because they said, we don't want y'all in our schools.
Right.
Y'all can start your own schools. But this is 3 things that you can't teach, and it's 3 things that people are struggling with in our community now with finances and with picking the right mate and how to raise a child. So when he says this stuff, he's talking to people that actually don't know what went on in history, who knows about Red Line, who know about Black Wall Street, that people try to build it up. It was burnt down. You can't say nothing about black leaders that was taken out from the Black Panthers to Martin Luther King to Malcolm X. Yeah. All this stuff plays a role in a lot of different stuff. So we're not going to sit here and act like this stuff don't exist and it's part of it. Can you make it through a lot of it? Yes, because me and you are doing it. But this is stuff that is meant to keep people oppressed. And if you sit here and say people are not, it's not an excuse or just saying the truth. Certain people are being oppressed.
Absolutely.
And there's nothing wrong with saying it. It's on both sides. White people are being oppressed, black people are being oppressed. But to say oppression don't exist is crazy. To say that the top people not hoarding all the money would be just crazy. That's not speaking facts. If you speak in facts, this is going on and this is an issue. It's not a black or white issue. Yeah. It's both issues because both people are struggling right now. You feel what I'm saying? Black people struggling right now, white people struggling right now.
Yes,
why? Because the top is hoarding all the money. Absolutely. It's not making excuses saying it. It's a fact.
Absolutely.
And what's going on?
Absolutely, man. I agree. This dude talking, I hear what he's saying. And like I said, I do pinpoint on a lot of stuff that he's saying. I'm not trying to take out him just saying it's black all the time, you know what I'm saying, for what it actually is. And I mean, he's making some valid points. But when it comes to exactly what you're saying, we all out here struggling together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's no color when it comes to poor. and who got money.
We all got social media, and we see this. No one has money right now.
Yeah, I mean, they keep rising, they keep inflating. Every fucking year.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So what do you expect us to do?
Yeah.
Then you wonder why you have these people with poverty. Yeah. You wonder why you gotta lock your car windows when you see a bunch of guys, black guys, walk up on you. You know, and it's not even just that. Like you said, the mass shooting is driving everybody the fuck crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, there was a young white male. How many times you seen a black male with a mass shooting? You know what I mean? It's very, very rare. Yeah. You know, so it's not just the pressure of everybody, the stress of everybody that the economy has a hold on us. Yes. You know what I mean? It's not just about white or black. Yeah. I understand his points. I understand his topics he's trying to make. Yeah. But at the end of the day, we're all just trying to survive. Yeah. We're all just trying to get there. And like you said, them top people, who we know, you know what I mean? Yeah. If you're awake, they are definitely making it into their advantage. Yeah. You know what I mean? So we don't have no choice but to keep catching up. Yeah. It's like the hamster on the wheel.
Yeah. It don't matter where you go at in the world. If you're in a poverty-stricken area, this is what comes with it.
What do you expect?
It don't matter if it's white people, black people, Mexican people, yellow people, aliens. If you go to Mars and they have a poverty-stricken area, this is what's going to be going on. Facts.
Same stuff, man.
Who's raising these people? It's other black people. It's baby mamas and baby daddies. I mean, who's perpetuating this? And who does it benefit to make these excuses and to say it's everybody else? So I see this stuff and look, we are.
Oh yeah, and this, as you said, has made me think. It's like, because of what's going on in the black community, all the crime, the violence, the drugs, it keep a lot of people in business. It keep the policemen in business. It keep the judges in business. It keep the lawyers in business. It keep the hospitals in business. It keep big pharmacy in business because people get shot and need Percocets and different pills. Yep. So it's a lot going into keeping it like this, because the economy damn near was shut down if black people stopped doing crime today.
It's a network.
The prison would close. Everything would close. So stuff is meant to go on so people keep funding money off it. It's not like this for no reason. If it was no money in it, it would be cleaned up tomorrow. It's a lot of money in it, so it got to keep going.
Yeah, how you think the government stay afloat?
Are going to call it out. We, the Americans, we the white people of America, we the peaceful, law-abiding, tax-paying people of America are saying, hey, blacks, get your shit together. Get your fucking shit together. We are fucking tired of you. We are tired of seeing this stuff. It always seems to be you. Do you know that, and I'm just expressing what is a common sentiment. Do you know that everybody thinks that if we snapped our fingers and you all disappeared tomorrow, everybody thinks our quality of life would go up?
Oh,
do you realize that?
I was waiting to see what he was going to say.
I mean, because, once again, you're talking to a person that knows history. Mm-hmm. It's like white people all stayed together in Europe. Mm-hmm. Why did they leave Europe? Because the same things happened over here. It's happening over there. The top people was hoarding all the money. They didn't have any money, so they left to look for somewhere else. Yep. You feel what I'm saying? That's exactly what happened. So if all the black people disappeared, y'all left Europe because y'all was all together in Europe. Yep. Y'all left. Yep. So basically, if all the black people left, it's Europe all over again. And what happened to that? They left.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm just saying it. Everyone's thinking it. When we think of what's wrong with Chicago, it's like utopia. Chicago's like a utopia. Beautiful riverfront, beautiful lakefront, concerts in the park, ball games in the park, beautiful architecture, the best food. You know what the one problem is with Chicago that's driving the businesses out of the Magnificent Mile? You know what the one problem is that's making the public transit unusable? You know what the one problem is that's driving richer residents from the city? It's the crime. It's the chaos. It's the violence. And you know what demographic is almost exclusively responsible for it? It's you. It's black people.
But yeah, what do you expect when you put a bunch of sardines in a can?
Yeah, and it's like, once again, you're talking to people that know how this really goes on. They ran experiments.
You know,
they took a bunch of pigs, put them in a small area, didn't give them no food and water, and they turned on each other. So they already know, because they study everything, that if you take people, you put them in a small area with limited resources, this is going to be the outcome.
I was going to say that geological map.
Yeah, so it's like this stuff was set up to happen, right? That's why the project is a bunch of people in a little bit of area with small resources, and you get this.
But it's in the name.
Yeah. Project.
Exactly. It's always been that way. It's always been that way.
You feel what I'm saying? So it's like this stuff is not just happening for a reason. This stuff is being orchestrated.
It's designed, absolutely. Was designed.
Because, like we said, it keeps the judges, the lawyers, the police, big pharma, the hospitals, everyone in business.
Absolutely.
Responsible for it? It's you. It's black people. Everyone's thinking that. Everyone's fucking sick of it. And the way that society is...
We're sick of it, too. We don't want that shit. We
I
don't
know.
avoid our shit. I don't let my kids play with kids that I don't think that's on the standard that I want them to be on or be around. It's like nobody wants to. First of all, nobody wants to be in poverty or wants to be around poverty because you know what comes with it.
Bro, when I had my daughter, the first thing we did was move out the city.
Yeah, it's like
I mean, that's just a natural thing. It's not just because we're black. You know what I mean? You see the elements around you.
It's poverty.
Yeah, I mean, and the elements. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want my daughter. This is even as a black person on the same street where I know you got drug dealers down the road or you got shootings every other day. Why would I want that for my family?
No one does.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, it's not like I said. It's not a white or black thing. Yeah. It's a common sense thing.
Yeah, but you
want longevity.
But
you and your family.
You understand why it's going on. You're not just like, oh, you understand exactly what's going on.
Absolutely.
Stuff is too expensive.
It's a coincidence, nigga.
Wages are too low. Housing is too expensive. We work too hard to then spend our hard-earned money to go to Lollapalooza, spend our hard-earned money for a fun weekend in the city. God knows how expensive it is to eat out nowadays or to take an Uber. And then to constantly have to be worrying about this. God knows how expensive it is to afford to live in a nice city like New York or Chicago. And then to have to put up with that. People are, I think, now too broke to be woke. People are too broke, work too hard just to be dealing with this kind of stuff and hear BLM and to hear these excuses about slavery and racism and the white privilege. It's enough. So the shame will continue. The shaming of the black community in America will continue until it improves. Yes, we will shake our heads. We will exchange that knowing glance. We will make that face.
I mean, it's never going to improve if people just think that it's just something that's happening for no reason.
And in certain communities.
Yes, if you get down, you gotta get down to the bottom of why it's happening. If you're just looking at it, glazing over it, you're not gonna get to the problems of the poverty, the drugs. Even like if you go through the hood, there's no inspiration to do anything. You just feel like you're lost. You feel like nothing's gonna get better because of what you're seeing. You coming outside the trash and abandoned buildings and just dirtiness. You feel what I'm saying? It's like when you in the hood, you feel like this is it. There's nothing's gonna get better. So it's like the problem's got to be addressed, and then things will be better for everyone, because everyone, for the most part, unless you live in them areas, you stay out of them areas.
Yeah, that's a good point you just made, because I remember when I was younger, it was some dudes that never even made it out the state.
Yeah.
You know, my family, we used to go to Jersey, you know what I mean, almost once a year, every year. Fact. And then you get nonchalant to the point that you just think that's everybody's way of living.
Yeah.
And to my amazement, and these are guys that, again, were out there, you know, in the streets, never even made it outside of their own state.
And don't even have plans of ever doing it.
And most of them don't even make it out before they get out of their teens.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people that I lost growing up due to that gun violence stuff. And it's a dog-eat-dog world, like you just said. They put us against each other. They promise against each other. And what do you expect the outcome to be?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Facts. Not excuses, just stating facts.
Yeah.
We will comment. Well. We will name and shame. We will turn and walk away. We will move to neighborhoods where you are not until it improves. And you can deal with each other.
Shit, we moving away from him too, so I don't know if I get to you.
I was going to say, who going to move away from Jeffrey Dahmer? You know what I'm saying? Like, who going to run away from them type? They in the suburbs.
Yeah, you feel what I'm
saying? They ain't in the city.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's, like I said, it's both spectrums.
Yeah.
You don't know who you living next door to.
You don't know. Don't know.
Or not until it improves. And you can deal with each other. Brandon Johnson and the teachers union and all these fucking thugs and opportunists, Jason Whitlock, all the wokesters, everyone making excuses, you can all live in Wakanda. You can keep all that black excellence for yourself. We're good. And you know what? I'm rooting for you. I'm praying for you. I hope you figure it out for your sake, for our sake, but we're done. And how long before a U.S. presidential candidate gets up and identifies the problem? Because the second that candidate comes up, that person's going to win in a landslide.
No, I do agree with the part and the fact that he's saying we need to get our shit together a lot. But I'm not saying this to be categorized as 100%. You know what I mean? That's my thing. It's more like, okay, you can say some or whatever the case, how you want to percentage or get the statistics down to, analytics. But what I'm saying is, it's just, I don't understand, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand that point where he's coming from, that it's just blacks. It's not just blacks.
I mean, that's just a talking point that he's making. Like, that's just that's just talking points that he's making. Of course, it's not just blacks. But it goes, he's 110% correct. We do need to get our shit together.
Right.
At one point, we was trying to get our stuff together. It's like you was telling me, the person that feeds you is the person that starves you.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? He's right. We do need our own hospitals. We do need our own schools. We do need our own colleges. We do need our own everything. We do need to get our shit together. We need our own radio station. We need our own social media platforms. We need to get our shit together. We need our own distribution centers. We need our own internet. We need our own Google. Why are we going through somebody else to search through our history? So he's right. We do need to get our shit together because we don't own anything. Nowhere.
That's a fact.
So I agree with everything he's saying. We need to get our shit together. That's the only way it's going to get better.
With that. Yeah, I do agree with that.
Sick of it. We want our lives back. We want our cities back. We don't want to feel anxious all the time. We don't want to feel afraid all the time. We don't want to live in fear that we're going to wake up and someone's going to steal our car and then we might get in trouble if we respond in the wrong way. Or we're going to be on a subway and get a knife pulled on us and we're going to get ordered to the ground for defending ourselves. It's insane. It's utterly insane, and we all know what's going on. So I saw this Raja Jackson thing and whatever. I mean, it's live streaming. It's professional wrestling. Who knows what's real and what's fake? The reason that it provoked this response is because we've seen the scene. We've seen it before 1 million times. And it's infuriating. And as I said, it's not just the violence. It's this almost pathological, evil, anti-human cruelty, disregard for human life, malevolence. And then listen, people get in altercations, people get in fights. Sometimes there's violence. It is what it is. We all know this is what they do. They attack in packs. They stomp the head. That's what they go for. And it's fucking evil. And that needs to be called out. It needs to be called out by the black people. And if black people want to be loud and proud, they want to be talking about the black community, you must be equally loud in your condemnation of this kind of stuff than you are in your praise when it's the...
It's like, just knowing the situation, a lot of people don't call it out because it's the people that need to call out the people in the neighborhood. These are the worst people that's in the neighborhood. These are the people that's going around robbing people, pulling guns out on people, and they're young and they don't care. Or these are people that you really want to be confronting if you're a 9-to-5 person who just happen to stay in this neighborhood because you can't make ends meet. You're not trying to go say nothing to those people because those people can make your life miserable. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like when you in them type of neighborhoods, the type of people he's saying go say something to are actually people that runs the neighborhood, who call the shots in the neighborhood. This person's going to work there every day. They can't say nothing. You feel what I'm saying? And the older people, when they get in their 30s and 40s, they got kids, they got responsibilities, they tired from going to work. They don't have time to deal with this.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, that's just the issues that's going on.
Yeah, I mean, they're scared to come out their house.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Pretty much.
Hey, what am I going to... And then I have to go tell law enforcement. Law enforcement come through. What they do? They come through, scope the scene, and go back. But guess what? I still got to I got to live for every day.
These young boys are shooting up houses.
Exactly.
Don't care.
With no regards.
Yeah. Don't care who's in it.
So I got to protect me and mine. That means I got to move out or I got to just keep my mouth shut.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's what they resort to.
Yeah, that's what people just like, let me get my money up. Let me just get up out of here.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to come out here and fix this. This is an unfixable problem. If the government can't fix this, how can I fix it? The only way I could fix it is by getting the hell up out of here and trying to get back.
Yeah, I agree.
Condemnation of this kind of stuff than you are in your praise when it's the positive things. You can't have it. It's not a one-way street when it comes to that sort of thing. So,
after watching this, I feel like a lot of the points that he made was like good points. You feel what I'm saying? It's good to actually see stuff like this because you get to see it from another standpoint of how people view it. We know how we feel when we see it and how we view it, but it's nice to see how other people view it and to kind of debate like what they're saying. Like, yeah, this is why this is going on. But we've been in these situations, so we know why it's going on. It's just not happening for no reason. Like, we want to see better for our people. We want us to get our shit together. But the first thing is knowing how to get this shit together. Like I said, it starts by educating yourself. It starts by feeding yourself. It starts by taking over your own hospitals and all that type of stuff. That's what's not going on. So everything he's saying, like, we need to get our stuff together. And the stuff he was saying about the girls twerking and all that type of stuff, when we see that, we don't feel good for it. But even throughout all that, you still go pick good women out of that. If they's into that type of stuff, you just bypass them. But there is good black women out there, and there is good black males out there, and that's what you focus on. You can't fix the problem. All you could do is get with like-minded people that's like yourself and try to build that way. What would you feel about this?
Yeah, I mean, just like you said, it's not a happenstance.
Yeah,
it didn't just come that way, you know. And I like that last point you just made too, as far as when the energy.
Reason that we talk about this, by the way, I know a lot of black people.
You know, they always say law of attraction.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So if I put out positivity into the world, I should receive that back. Right. You know, and again, I agree with some of the points he was saying as well.
Yeah,
I mean, he was right, and I drew a blank for a second in there. You know what I mean? But exactly what you were saying, I agree. Like, we do need to get our shit together.
Facts.
You know what I mean? To a lot of the degrees. You know what I mean? Especially like the people that just pretty much want to depend on the government.
Facts.
You know, I'm not saying nothing wrong with you trying to get helped out. Yeah, but when it comes to solely being dependent on
it should be a stepping stone.
Yeah, because what about the people that go to work every day that don't have a choice?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That sitting there clocking in every single day, like I gotta endure this pain and this suffering just to make sure I put food on the plate for my family. Yeah. You know, so it goes both ways. And again, he made a good point about being on the train. Yeah. You know, we seen the incident that just happened about a few months back. Yeah. Where a white girl was sitting on the train and got her throat slit. Yeah. For no reason. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it was by a black man. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I can't debate him on that. Yeah. It happened. Yeah. In real time. Yeah. So, you know, I get his points. I understand where he's coming from. I just think we can't categorize 100%. Because like you said, there are good women you can pick out of there. Yeah. There are some good males you can pick out of. Some, like you're sitting here talking about you got kids that they're all under your custody. Yeah. You know what I mean? How many guys can we really say can do that? Right. You know what I mean? So don't categorize. Maybe it might be 70%. You know what I mean? Maybe a little higher. I don't know. But I'm just saying we can't sit there and say as a whole, this is who we are as a culture. Right. But as far as getting our shit together, definitely, I'm 100% with you on that.
Yeah, I'm definitely with that. Before we got up to the video, if you didn't like, subscribe, leave a comment, make sure you do that. Until our next video is TRETV.
Tay the original.
And we out.